Roughly 5 months ago, this brand, Nordic Marine Instruments, commissioned me as a professional photographer to do some photography and videography for their Kickstarter campaign. Now, I never got a chance to review the watch because I don't do Kickstarter campaigns, but I do photography, professional photography. Now, the Kickstarter campaign got fully funded in about 48 hours, and their watches looked amazing. However, one of the concerns that people had throughout the campaign was, why is there no black dial? Well, here it is. Now, I've got some good news and bad news for this watch. And the bad news is, it's limited to only 25 pieces. The good news, well, it's here. Let's check it out. Now, for those who don't know who Nordic Marine Instruments is, it's basically a company founded by a gentleman called Mick Jorgensen and Travis Tan from RZE. Now, Travis has got a lot of experience in watches, and so too does Mick. So combining their efforts, you're going to get a watch that's very well made, excellent quality, beautifully designed, and I think overall value for money. And that's exactly what they've done here. Now, after spending a week with this watch, it's got some real good strengths. Now, although it's functioned flawlessly, there are a few areas which I think could offer room for improvement, and I'll share that with you guys. Now, you saw the pop-up. This video is sponsored by Nordic Marine Instruments. I don't have to send this watch back, so I'll of course leave all the links in the description section so you guys can check them out. And getting stuck straight into the specs of the watch, I measure a case diameter of 40mm with a lug-to-lug of 48. That height comes in at exactly 12mm with a lug width of 20. The crown is a 6.5mm signed screw-down crown. The watch offers 200 meters of water resistance, and the total weight on this bracelet, sized to my 18cm wrist, comes in at exactly 152 grams. Now, all those specs would indicate that the watch wears very well on the wrist, and the proof is in the pudding. The watch wears great. It's a beautiful footprint, it's a great height. The comfort has been absolutely superb on this bracelet, so I've predominantly worn it on the bracelet, and that clasp with its toolless adjustment has been one of the nicer ones that I've experienced. And speaking of that bracelet, as you can see, you've got female end links that drop straight down. They're actually quick release. You've got screw pins, a fully milled swivel, and a really nicely finished, fully milled clasp with its toolless on-the-fly adjustment. And that toolless adjustment just requires a press of a button, it opens up, and it ratchets back. And the bonus of that is that you can actually close it or make it smaller while the watch is on the wrist, and that's pretty cool. Now, one of the heroes of this watch is that dial. It's a step dial, it's got fantastic texture, it's meant to represent the waves of the Nordic Ocean, and on the Kickstarter campaign there was 4 colorways, and I think all the watches being a matte dial just aid in legibility as well as texture detail, and this black one is no different. Now, when the Kickstarter was running, they sent me a blue version and I videotaped that. And that was a pre-production version. The quality was still right up there. But as I mentioned, I never got a chance to do the review. And now having a black one in the hand, you can see its versatility. Just with its orange accents, it's pretty much a strap monster. I've also tried this out on an orange Montrose strap. Looks great, wears well. It's changed up its character, allowed it to become more of a beach watch, swimming pool. But again, matching this dial up with any strap, even a black sailcloth strap from Artem, or leather, or a NATO style, I think you're going to have a lot of fun regardless. Now, what I've especially enjoyed out of this watch has been the quality. That handset, the applied indices, even that seconds hand, as you can see, it's capped. You've got an applied logo, just a little finer attention to detail. It makes a world of difference for us watch enthusiasts. And for me personally, the knurling on that crown, the knurling on that bezel have been superb. That crown is so tool specific, so nice to wind and unwind. Pops out, as you can see, single click, you hack the movement, set your time, and away you go. And the movement running this watch is a Miyota. 28,800 vibrations per hour, roughly 40 hours power reserve. It's been bang on all week, I've had no complaints. Now, if I turn my attention to that bezel, it's a 120-click unidirectional bezel. It's got a stainless steel insert with a lume pip and 15-minute increments. And the best way to describe the action, well, the sound, it's muted. So have a listen to this. There doesn't seem to be any real backplay. It's accurate and it lines up bang on. The sound itself I compare to something you get more out of a titanium watch rather than stainless steel. Just something worth mentioning. Looking closely at the crystal, it's a flat sapphire. As you can see, it's got AR coating and it's done a great job throughout the week. I've not had any washout. The legibility has been always spot on and the visibility through that crystal has been, as they say, crystal clear. Now before I get onto any potential gripes or room for improvement, let's check out that lume. And on initial impressions, the lume is actually quite good. The handset seems to be nice and bright, even that lume pip. I think the markers, they're good. They're probably a tad behind the handset, but overall the watch is doing a good job. It's not exceptional, but it's very good nonetheless. And on that note, what are my gripes of this watch? Well, firstly, the elephant in the room. This is limited, and that's a damn shame because I think the versatility of black and the conservative look is quite nice. I think they've pretty much released it as a special edition because people asked, but making it into a limited number always creates problems when people want to buy a watch. Next gripe for me, although that bracelet is absolutely superb, I think potentially it could have benefited from a half link. I've not had an issue personally with the adjustment on that clasp. I found a good sweet spot. However, someone with an unusual size wrist might need just that extra half link to be able to get into the sweet spot of that toolless adjustment. And probably my last gripe could be the price. I know that a lot of you guys at Kickstarter got the super early bird, so you guys, whoever's getting their watches delivered at the moment in the 4 colorways, you've got an absolute bargain because the watches are superb. And that's a lot of watch for the money that you guys spent. But I think in a watch like this, the positives far outweigh any potential gripe. You've got an exceptionally nice clasp, both in its finish and its size and its functionality. The legibility has been great, the wearing experience has been superb. As I mentioned, the crown and bezel knurling, just perfect, they're bang on. That step down dial with the texture, and also the high quality finishing on that handset and applied indices. Really, there's a lot of nice watch here. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this black version. It's been very easy to wear. Technically, it's also been spot on. So as a stylish, well-made dive style watch, offering a lot of bells and whistles, I think it's a real nice watch to consider. Thanks for watching, be well, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.